Damn, AC, doesn't it ever get light there where you're at?
What
It's
do you
like
mean?
you've been in the dark.
You talking about? Oh,
Your
and
characters.
yeah, Oasis. Oasis is dark and rainy a lot of the time. I do have a fire beetle on this guy, I believe. It might be a lightstone. Yeah, it's fire beetle.
You're a wood elf too. You should have some infravision going.
I see just fine on my screen, but I do know people who talk about the stream. It's a little dark on theirs.
Yeah, it's something with that OBS does to it sometimes. It is what it is.
I can see stuff, but man, it's like you're in Nicholas Forest or something.
It could also be the monitor you're watching on. My settings on my monitor are default. No, I'm just saying like the old, what are they, the CRTs or SRTs?
It's not me, it's you.
I got a high def flat screen, 24-inch widescreen.
Oh, well then you should be fine on that one.
I do notice that when I run EQ on my system, because I've got dual monitor, when I run it, my secondary monitor gets brighter.
Oh yeah, I never saw that before.
That could just be a minor adjustment.
I think it's something with my computer. When it runs this program, it takes the gamma settings that I have for it and applies it to both monitors.
Oh, so it doubles it on one?
I don't know about double, but it does make it brighter. I get used to it though.
I mean, technically,
I run everything on this other screen in night mode, anyways.
I mean, I guess.
Thank you, Chrome.
You should be wearing those sunglasses, anyways, right? Everybody plays.
The blue filters.
Yeah.
Yes, at night.
Yeah, I wish I could get some blue filters that would work for me, but yeah. See, Trapper says the same thing, that his when he runs P99, it makes his gamma brighter on his desktop.
Doesn't do anything really all that extraordinary with mine, but I've messed with the settings on my computer for so long trying to get my mic worked out. This guy's not even here, is he? Yeah, he's not even here.
Ivan's still in the call?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, I didn't hear you back there. I was like, oh man, he must have...
Ah, just listen to everybody talk, that's all.
You're always welcome, man. If you want to jump in on the conversation, sometimes you gotta, like, push some elbows in there and jab some people on the sides, but other than that, you know, we let anybody who wants to say something jump in there.
Oh, if I have something to say, I'll say it. Don't worry.
I didn't think you.
Cool.
I didn't think you had a problem with it, so.
Nope, I don't.
On my desktop. How many people play on a desktop versus a laptop? Because I know Hydros, he went with a laptop.
Well, he went for a laptop for a reason.
Yeah, he kind of had to.
Yeah,
I mean, unless he wants to tote it around his box.
They do
My
make
bad boy.
They do make portable desktops, though. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't be as convenient, but
You get more power from a desktop anyways. Unless it's ancient.
Yeah, I play with my gamma settings too when I play a human or erudite, just so I can see. Yeah, it's a built-in thing with P99. It adjusts your gamma for your entire PC. I did not know that.
I mean, I think originally it wasn't intended for, you know, Windows mode with multiple monitors.
Yeah, the only problem I have with P99, and it's the only game that does it. I don't know if it's just EverQuest in general or only on the server, but if I click off of it while I'm doing something, you'll see it get really, really choppy. In fact, I'll do it here for a second during this fight, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about as soon as it starts. Nice and smooth, everything's fighting, and then if I click off to the other monitor, you'll see right there it's kind of choppy.
It's not just P99. Whenever I played a window mode game and I go to a different window, it does chill out a little bit with my frames. My frames drop a little bit. Not as drastic as P99, I don't think. But again, I think it's partly game design.
I don't see it on any other game that I've ever played. I've played a lot of games, and I a lot of the time have to click off of the screen that I'm playing the game on so that I can do OBS and I can work on the sound settings, and I've never had any other game even come close to the I guess the amount of frame loss that happens.
I think it's just the amount of frame loss that happens on P99. When I play WoW, it's not as bad. It does drop some frames, but it's not near as bad as P99. And other games too. When I was playing all of 15 minutes that I played Mass Effect Andromeda, it didn't do it.
We never got to get you in there on the multiplayer.
I don't want to.
You suck, man. You suck. Me and Tara did it so much. It's actually a pretty cool game when you do multiplayer.
Dude, I couldn't get past freaking
Eyeball?
Home Slice's freaking nose falling off his face and eyeballs getting all wonky. And I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, I paid $70 for this piece of shit.
I paid for it too, so I'm right there with you.
You don't have to see any of that in multiplayer, but
that's true.
Even in Mass Effect Andromeda, loot boxes just kind of ruin it.
But legitimately, if I can't, if I beat the first mission right, that you know, you find out your old man is some hacker, and he has all these power sets that he shouldn't have, and then come to find out that you're gonna have the same thing because you're the next Pathfinder, and I can't get past the story part after that first mission to get into the second mission. I literally turned it off. I didn't hear it. I didn't look at it. I was getting pissy. I was getting really mad.
Well, I hear they changed or they fixed the googly eyes. And
cool. I'm glad.
And some of the weird issues they were having, but yeah, as far as the storyline goes, it's not nearly as good, in my opinion, anyways.
I got still emails. Something off about their eyes.
I still got emails from Origin saying, saying that they fixed those issues with a patch, and hey, we'd love for you to try the game, blah blah. We fixed it. They
emailed you?
Yeah.
They don't email me.
Probably because he didn't log into it after he played it for like 5 minutes.
I beta tested it too, and I was like, oh, they'll fix all this stuff. I was pissed.
They never bug me.
They
leave me the hell alone.
It bugged the crap out of me when I was playing it. I was just like that. The first 3 were amazing, and the third one was one of the best as far as graphics and gameplay goes.
That was the thing that got me. I'm like, this game is 3 years beyond what they just finished before, and the graphics look like shit.
Yeah, it looked like they went back to like the 1990s.
Mass Effect 1.
Even worse than Mass Effect 1, actually.
Mass Effect 1 graphics were better than... Yeah. They're still better. Even after all the patches and fixes, the graphics of the first game are still better.
So let me specify. I don't think it's so much the graphics, right? But it's the way the characters physically look. It's like, who drew this?
No, it was the graphics too, because the characters... Besides the googly eyes,
lifeless dolls.
Yeah, they were lifeless. They had a shine to them, like they were made out of plastic.
But that's what I'm getting at, though. I don't think that's necessarily graphics more than the artistic portion of it.
Yeah, the animation was better.
And the animations and the what's it called? When they do the motion captures and stuff like that. The frame of the characters.
Yeah.
Oh, what's a term? I can't think of it. But just basically when they're doing their ragdoll stuff, when stuff gets blown up, I'm like, bro, what in the hell is wrong with you?
And the lighting wasn't nearly as good either, because in the third one, you had beautiful lighting where you could see specks of dust on certain planets. And
I saw a comparison of, it's basically a trailer that was shown at probably one of the E3s, like years before.
Oh, hold on a second.
And it looks so much more realistic than Andromeda does. And the trailer doesn't even look really the greatest. It still looks better than what we got.
Good night, Chicks. Thanks for joining us, man. I'm glad you had fun over here with us. Definitely hit us up if you're ever on again, man. Sorry about that, Terry. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it wasn't what was delivered, for sure.
Game companies always do that stuff. They kind of, promise more than they give. But when it came to Mass Effect, I thought they were going to succeed because, first, the third one looked amazing, and this one was the successor to a highly anticipated, big-budget title, so I thought, and they didn't. They had everything to lose, and they lost it.
We gave it to our elementary school students. Let them run it.
That's kind of what the company said. They gave it to their F team, not even like their B or C team.
Not even the B team. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's the tragedy of it is that, at first, they did have like the big major players in it, but they left to do other projects. Like I think most of them left to do Anthem.
Yeah,
Anthem.
And
yeah, the majority.
They were left on their own basically, and the original concept kept changing. So basically, the game that we got is the result of 18 months crunch time work.
Well, I think what it is that the original team probably did like 90% of the work, and they're like, you guys can do the last 10%, right? You just clear up a little thing and, you know, make it, gloss it over, make it look good, and they couldn't even do that much.
They had really big, like, plans for the game. They had really big ideas and concepts that they wanted to implement, but
none of them got in there.
And not only that, but they had said that the engine that they were using was just kind of hard to use for a game like that.
Well, then use the engine you were using on the last one. I mean, it's virtually the exact same game, just in a different place.
So, just the development of the game was just a total mess.
I think so.
That was BioWare Toronto that took over, right?
Montreal.
Montreal.
No,
there you go.
The Edmonton team was the one that worked on the original trilogy.
That started
and
it.
They got sectioned off to work on Anthem.
The lead designer for the original trilogy is the lead designer for Anthem.
Anthem better kick some serious butt because you ruined Mass Effect to get that one. So
they're already getting their ass kicked a little bit because of the EA fiasco with Battlefront 2.
You know, EA is EA. You can always count on
EA. I just hope that I'm sorry. I hope that BioWare just comes out and makes a good game.
Yeah. I kind of have a feeling they're going to be swallowed up by EA like every other game that EA's not
and
game,
true.
but
I mean,
development company that's EA is swallowed up. Like what happened to Visceral.
Yeah.
It's just a damn shame. And,
I mean, it's true.
And I'm looking at that and just like, yeah, that's gonna happen to BioWare, whether I like it or not.
I mean, BioWare will still make the game that they make.
That's what EA does.
But EA will buy you out and or hold you to what they want because we have publishing and distribution rights.
Yeah.
You just make the game. It doesn't have to go out. You know what I mean? Because BioWare, they cannot distribute on their own. They don't have the funds and the logistics to do it.
They should be able to, as long as they, do what smaller companies do and just publish online only. Just publish on Steam. Great. I love having a physical box. I do not want more companies not to create a physical box. But if you cannot do that and create the products you want, I would rather you just not do the
digital download only. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, and then, well, the other question is, too, contractual obligations that they already have.
Yeah, but I mean, for those that might be in that company thinking about moving on to something else, I definitely would support, a company if they move to digital only just because they got more control over their product, if that was the reason.
And, that's what ends up happening a lot, is that you have, like, these developers that get sick and tired of what's happening in the AAA scene, or maybe they were even fired by the companies that they worked for, and they just branch off into their own thing, and
they get rich doing it.
It brings the passion back into it.
Yeah.
they actually get to put their passion into their games, and it turns out a lot better for them.
Oh, it makes some amazing games. These indie guys, they're saying indie, they've been working in the field probably for 20, 30 years, most of them, and the stuff that they can come out with is mind-boggling.
Stick fight.
As simple as it is, it looks hilarious.
That game is funny. One night, Tara came in there like gangbusters and just started smoking everybody. I'm like, all right, this is rigged.
Tara did?
She did, man. We were playing for about 2 hours already, and Tara happened to log in, and she came in and joined our game. And, bro, game changer and a half. She started just beating the hell out of us.
See, that's cool. It's like you're coming in cold turkey, and you're able to beat all these guys who've been playing for 2 hours, and they're warmed up.
Well, my arthritis started kicking in, so I have an excuse. But, these young kids, Cypher and Nano, they have no excuse.
I got a headache and everything. I couldn't concentrate that day,
or I got a hangnail on my pinky toe.
Hey, if I was doing that well, you were going like up toe to toe with me, Chupa.
There were times that was funny though, because I'd start punching. I start like eyeballing where Tara's at and going after her, and there were times that she would just jump at the right moment, and my character just flies right off the map because I'm spamming my attack button, and once you start doing that, your character lunges forward.
And then you guys kind of got into the habit of just like dogpiling me and trying to.
No, we wouldn't do that.
Trying to get me out of the match as quick as possible.
Cypher trying to be all sneaky and shit, sitting behind a bush.
Sounds a lot like the Super Smash Brothers. I mean, that was a series
It pretty much is.
that took off really, really big.
It is. And then once you start getting certain weapons start dropping, and all hell breaks loose with snake guns and snake bazookas and snake rockets, and those snakes are evil. It's a fun game though. You'd like it.
Oh yeah, it sounds like something I would enjoy, especially when you get like everybody in there. It gets the chaoticness of it.
Not only didn't give me a choice, man. I log into Steam one day and it's sitting there gifted to me from him. He's like,
yeah, he did that to me too.
You ready to play? I'm like, bro, I kind of have no choice now. You gifted it to me.
He did that to me too.
Yeah.
I'm just minding my own business, and he just
Surprised you haven't ran into Cassell
hits
yet.
me up on chat, and lo and behold, I have the game waiting for me.
I think he was bored playing by himself.
Yeah, probably not the greatest game to play solo.
Well, you get thrown into matches with random people.
Yeah.
But it's much more fun when you're playing people you know.
Yeah, that's why I like the couch co-op types of games. You know, if you get everybody into a room, the people you know, and you're just sitting there playing with them, you know, the shenanigans that you can get up to. You know, like the memories I have playing with my brothers till like 2 in the morning, and all of us getting just wacky and doing crazy stuff. I just
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart was amazing, dude. I love Mario Kart. I always played Princess Peach, though. Not ashamed to admit it, guys. She had the best turn rate in the game. You could take those corners like nobody's business. I kid you not. Yoshi was too... he was too loose. He was all over the track. He was really fast, but he was just all over the track. And Koopa and Bowser, so slow.
My kids tried playing that, and they, because my wife got me a Super NES Classic, and I was excited for it, and we started playing one night. Bro, you would think that my kids were ready to just burn that thing and throw it in the garbage.
Really? They didn't like it?
Yeah, they did not. They do not like that thing at all.
Dude, I love that game.
These games are too hard. These games don't make sense. This is stupid. I'm like, you take
Kids
that back.
These days.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, you don't know how good you got it.
Right, dude.
It's true though. Games back then were ruthless.
They were.
Games back then built your character.
This is what this country's built on. You better do it.
I don't know. When I was a kid, I had to, walk to school and play games that made you repeat again and again. No, I'm just kidding. But they did, though. Like, they forced you to play the game again and again and again. It was really like that quarter draw from arcade version carrying over onto the consoles. And nowadays, everything is saved. You got check marks every, 5 feet. And if you go back, it's only, a very, very short distance.
My daughter actually looked at it because I got the first one I got was the Sega Classic, and then I got the Nintendo Classic, and both of the controllers are tethered. They have cords. So my daughter looks at the controllers and looks at the cords. Like, what's this for? I'm like, sit your ass down.
What is a cord? It's
What's this for?
It was like that scene in Grown Ups where the kid's like, what's that on the back of the TV? And the guy's like, it's the rest of the TV, because all they've ever seen is flat screens. And I'm like, oh, why do I feel so old now?
Yeah.
I guess that's true, though. Everything is cordless. The Xbox One, you might have to plug it in to charge it up. Wii, everything.
The telephone. With that big long cord that was getting cold.
So when we moved, we still have an old school phone, like an actual corded phone in the house. It's not used because we don't have telephone, but we kept a phone just in case for whatever in the future, right?
Right.
And when my kids saw it as we're going through the boxes and stuff, legit, what is this? And I just looked at them. I snatched it out of his hands, like, man, go pick something else. Go unpack.
Yeah, they had big old rotary dial.
I like the
I'm
rotary
not going
ones.
that far.
I like those, actually. Those are really, really
I'm
nice.
not going that far.
Tactile sensation of,
No, it looked like the free AT&T 1995 ones.
Oh, digital, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean it's a push button. It's a what you call it? It's not rotary. It's damn, I can't think of what the other thing is. But anyways, touchtone phone.
There you go.
But it's like the blue one with the handles on the left hand side, the numbers are on the right hand side. It's the same one that I had when I was in freaking high school, and we moved back to the States, and we had Bell South, and they gave us a free phone. I'm like, ooh, free phone.
Remember the first phone that I ever bought was one of those neon ones? It's clear plastic and had the little neon lights on the inside. And,
those are nice.
right? You thought you were like the coolest thing ever, like I got a neon phone, but so cheesy now when you think about it.
My first one that I bought with my own money was a car.
Oh, car phone?
Yeah, no, it was a car, a phone shaped like a car.
Oh, okay.
It was like an old Camaro.
Nice. Because those like blend in a little bit more, so they're just not standing out. And, like,
Yeah, it's just sitting on my desk. Yeah.
And my first phone was one of those Sports Illustrated football phones.
They sold a lot of those.
I got 2 of them one year for a gift. I'm like, really? What am I going to use them both at the same time?
Yeah, it's bringing back some memories. Sports Illustrated. You remember that was a huge thing? Like everybody had it.
Everybody bought that, yeah.
I didn't like the damn thing. I was like, thank you. Putting it back in the closet where it's going to get dusty and forgotten about.
Should have re-gifted it.
Yeah.
I did the next year.
So I guess you're not.
You know, we had to do that thing where you had to exchange a gift with somebody in the class.
Yeah, a white elephant or whatever you want to call it.
Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Secret Santa.
What they would do is you would put the person's name on it, and then it would go to that little desk. The teacher would hand them all out.
Yeah, that's a Secret Santa then, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind Secret Santa as long as it stays within reason, you know? They can get pretty crazy out there.
They thought I spent over $20 on it. I'm like, I didn't spend crap on it.
I made it out of toothpicks.
I pooped it out. See, it's kind of brown.
Well, depending on what you're into, I guess, you know, could come back out. Ooh,
It's textured.
Hang on a second, let me check. I got a text message.
Oh, you're losing Sal.
These are a bunch of old people there.
Yeah, I've gotten so old I don't need X-Lax no more. I just drink some milk.
Wow.
I got a text message from my brother saying it's snowing outside. That was a.
Oh, go out and look.
I'm definitely going. That was 20 minutes ago, so I'm see if it still is.
Catch a snowflake with your tongue.
He'll text me back here in a second, but.
Getting all it's snowing outside. It's like
It's still
one
cold
flake.
down there for you, AC?
What's that?
Still cold out there for you?
Oh yeah, I mean if it's snowing outside, it's below freezing, so.
We had like 5 seconds of snow today.
You know, 5 seconds of snow here would cause for like a celebration. So you know, you guys may be like, "Oh, I got snow." For me,
Y'all be canceling
no,
school
snow.
if that happened, right?
oh yeah, the school would be canceled for sure. Work would be canceled. What are you talking about? The whole city of Houston would shut down. It's done it before in the past.
Oh my god, dude,
Do
it's
they even have
20 degrees
snowplows?
outside.
It's so cute.
Does Houston even have snowplows?
It's still snowing.
No, they don't.
All right, guys, I need a quick 5-minute AFK, maybe a little bit longer.
You should go out there without your jacket on. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Jump in the
You're a
shower.
real man.
All right, let's finish this fight real quick. I'm gonna go out there in shorts if that makes any difference.
No jacket.
No, I got a sweater on. Like, how do I?
No,
Nothing.
that's what I mean.
Just go-
No sweater.
Go
Just
out
go
there
out there.
buck naked.
Butt
I ain't going
naked.
that far.
Well, you know,
I
I
want you to come back.
was gonna say
and I'll be arrested.
I got a sheriff station like right down the street, not that far away.
Oh,
So
perfect then.
Well, you don't have far to go then.
their reply time would be very, very good, and I'd be butt naked at the back of that car.
Oh my
You got
goodness,
a
this could
river,
be.
lake? You can just jump into it.
Cops doing rocks, paper, scissors just to see who would go pick you up. I don't want to pick them up.
You could do the ice bucket challenge while you're out there.
I'm on fire. You're not on fire, Ricky Bobby. All right, guys, give me a minute. I gotta see this. I'll be right back. And for those of you who are listening to the stream, I have no control over what gets said while I'm gone. So, you know, shield
Or
your,
even
shield
when it's
your ears and.
It's all ours now.
Guyvin.
Quick, lock the doors. Don't let them back in.
It'd be like
Yeah,
the
you guys are
earmuffs,
lucky I
earmuffs
haven't
children.
seen snow in like 10 years.
That's all he was talking about last winter. Oh, I wish it would snow here. Like, bro, you're welcome to come up here anytime you want.
We didn't hardly get no snow, which I was a little
Yeah.
surprised of. I think
You
it's
want a
bad
cold
to
front?
get on
Just
the
come up
ground.
here.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot of
That
snow.
was it.
It wasn't a whole lot of snow here last year either. I think they only canceled school here once, and I think it was more fear than anything else. They were expecting to get like 18 inches of snow, and we got up in the morning and looked outside, bro. I just had to sweep my sidewalk. It was
Really
maybe 2
ever-
inches.
They rarely
Yeah,
ever
get out there when
close
it's that
schools
real
out here.
fluffy snow before it gets all soggy.
Yeah, exactly. It was really lightweight snow, very dry.
It has to snow like an awful lot in order for them to close down the schools here.
I mean, Omaha's. I mean, it's Nebraska, right? So yeah, you expect some snow, but because we're not at higher altitudes and stuff, we don't get a whole lot. I guess it happens every so often, but
You
not
don't get the
not
drift
very
snow from your
not very.
mountains up there?
What mountains?
Midwest. You got the Dakotas. And
Yeah, that's north of us, dude. That's way north of us. Like Nebraska's central U.S., smack dab in the middle. We got mountains way to the west in Denver, and way to the north. But I mean, Nebraska's known as a plain state.
oh, the Dust Bowl.
Sure is.
I wouldn't go Dust Bowl, but it's a plain state.
I remember driving
You-
through it when we were
You drive
moving
through
out
it,
here.
it's pretty effing flat.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, kind of like
Once you get
kinda
past
like,
Omaha,
Indiana,
Omaha,
the cornfields.
yeah, once you get past Omaha and Lincoln area, especially, I mean, it gets really flat really quick. Omaha's got some hills to it, but they're just that they're hills. Denver's had some snow already this year, like 3 times.
Well, that's Denver. They're almost in the mountains.
They are, yeah. I mean, they're right there. The storms, the way the storms
well,
roll off.
They're
way the
sitting in
storms
a
come
little
down.
hole in the mountains, but
They're in a valley, yeah. They're in a valley area, but when you see the storms roll down from the Rockies, it looks crazy. I was there. It was towards the end of summer one year. I was there for a trip, and you could just see this storm brewing and coming off the mountain. It looked like the end of the damn world, man. I was like, bro, this looks really ominous and really weird. Oh, that's normal. I was like, all right, cool.
break out the iced tea.
I mean, you can see it coming, so I guess it's a good thing. But damn, I was like, that looks really creepy, man. Let's go inside.
Time to go to the cellar. Break out the
Son.
batteries.
As long as you got a beer, I don't care.
Someone getting pounded on while AC's going?
Well, now.
Is that the healer? I can't tell.
Oh, you talking about in the stream?
Yeah,
That's Tara's warrior.
a warrior. Okay. Oh, I see it now. The old pizza box.
Yeah. It looks like a straight, not a straight. It looks like a box raiser. Kind
That's
of,
what I
sort
ended up giving my gnome, warrior. Mr. Miyagi.
I got a little present for AC.
You parking something on him?
Yeah. We all know how much he loves it.
He is a glutton for abuse, isn't he?
Shh, here he comes.
Be quiet. Don't say nothing. Just start laughing and snickering.
You hear all this noise in the background. I'm looking at him like, where's he at?
Alright, I am back.
There he is.
I ran into both of my neighbors who were outside looking at the snow as well, so I am not the only one. And
Where they're like, what is it?
It's coming down a little bit. It's dark out there, so it's kind of hard to see. But yeah, it's coming down. It's instantly melting and becoming water. But okay, cool.
Tis what it is. Hey, so you mentioned earlier you're putting tile all throughout your house. What do you have underneath it, subfloor wise?
It's concrete.
So you put it straight on the concrete?
Well, in some rooms I had to clear out the laminate that was like in the kitchen. So I had to rent some machine that I haven't done yet for that area. And I think it sands it all down. Otherwise, you got to put like these chemicals on there to peel it up. And
yeah, because all the adhesive is still on the ground and stuff.
But
Soaks in wood.
Brother, I really hope your subfloor doesn't get, or your concrete slab doesn't get cold in the wintertime.
it doesn't really get winter here all that often, but yeah, it's probably gonna get cold if it does.
Okay.
Hey ZK, how you doing, man?
ZK, man.
You want me to pull again? Okay, let me run out there.
What's up with Texans and tile? It's a Florida thing too, man.
Yeah, definitely with Texas though, you'll find a lot of people tile. I think it has something to do with the Hispanic heritage. Mexicans are also big into tile as well. Terracotta, roofs, and things of that sort. I thought about going with heated floors, doing that, but the expense was a little bit more than I'm willing to spend right now. If I hadn't been forced to like redo the entire house and I could do room by room, then I probably would have gone that route. But it's a fair bit extra.
Yeah, it
for
is.
that luxury.
Heaven forbid something happens in it, wiring wise, something goes wrong down the road, you're hosed.
My apartment in Japan had heated floors. It was amazing. Yeah, heated
Oh,
seats in
they're
cars is amazing. Heated toilet seat is really, really nice. Like anything that's heated makes life just, that much more enjoyable. But like, Chupa was saying, if something goes wrong with it, it's not like floors where you can just kind of unscrew it. Actually, I don't know what you do for that. I think you just have to peel it all up.
Well, it depends. If it's laid down inside concrete, you got to tear up the concrete, replace it, and then put new slab down over the piping.
No, the ones I was looking at, it goes on top of concrete, and then you put the layer of what's the stuff
You
called?
put the mud down.
It's not really mud. It's not mud. It's called something
it's
else.
not mud, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was talking about the heating tubing.
Well, it's not always tubing either. You can get the it's a wire type membrane, depending on what kind you get, basically. But, hey, I'm an American Crown One, and I do not wear my shoes inside my house.
Neither do I. I put my shoes next to the front door, and I do like to have, heat coming from the floors if I could. It'd definitely make my house a little bit more comfortable. You got these like small sections, like in corners where things aren't quite as warm as the rest of the house is. It just doesn't flow the airflow as evenly, and I think heated floors would probably take care of that pretty quickly.
Yeah. The wife and I, we leave our shoes in the garage, and the kids put theirs, because the front area is tiled out, and the rest of the house we have carpeted, except for like the kitchen and the bathrooms, obviously. But kids put theirs in the closet in the front.
Your shoes?
Yeah, the kids' shoes are in the closet in the front, and then mine and my wife, we keep our shoes outside in the garage.
I'm down south, so we don't have any mud rooms, but I've seen the mud rooms that people have up north, and I would absolutely love to have one of those built into a house at some point in the future.
That is the one thing we wish we had in this house, but we just don't have it.
It's nice. It's nice having a place where if you come in all wet and muddy or cold and rainy or whatever it might be, you can just kind of, I don't know, do a little shake like a dog does and then put your coat there and it kind of drips and doesn't get anything else all messed up. But
Usually right next to the washer and dryer.
Heated floors anywhere, because, well, not anywhere, but if you get down to a certain temperature and you have tile throughout your entire house, heated floors would be nice.
yeah, that's why I wasn't too worried. Houston is pretty hot. So most of the year it's not going to be an issue, but like this year we just got that cold front that came in and I've got snow falling outside right now, so it is a little cold in here. In fact, I'm playing in a room that's not quite done yet, so I got holes in the sheetrock that I haven't finished, and so a lot of that cold air is coming in.
You feel that draft coming in?
That's why I'm wrapped up the way I am. This is my winter wear for streaming. I thought about you know, whether I should go with like a different outfit every single time I do streaming, or if I just do what some of these other streamers do, where you have like that one outfit that you wear, or one style. So that's what I did. I went out and bought a whole bunch of sweaters and a couple beanies that I thought would look good for the stream. And I'll have my my summer clothes as soon as it starts to warm up again, which shouldn't be that long. I think Tuesday they said it's gonna get warm again. I think in the 90s.
You got bikinis? Is that what you telling me?
What's that?
You got bikinis?
No, I went with the Speedo. I'm going down.
I was gonna say, you got your special gaming Speedo?
Yeah, the Bruno kind of route, you know, the big green one that he wore in that one. Mine kind of looks a little bit like that, so get ready for it, guys.
We get lots of views. Even popular.
You get banned right afterwards too.
Yeah, so much for your career.
Ah, they let me back in. They
You've had many complaints against you, sir.
I'll just shake it. Anything 70 is cold in Texas, at least for me. I agree with you, man. Actually, 80s is pretty comfortable and pretty cool for me, so.
Back in the days when 70s were cold to me.
Yeah.
Now they're warm to me.
Tara's running out there in freaking 40-degree weather with shorts and a tank top. What's up? Got a Mai Tai in one hand and pina colada in the other.
I could probably do it for like a little bit.
My troop does that. This morning, I told AC earlier this morning when I got out of my car, I felt like my face was getting sandblasted. It was so cold and windy. My troops coming into work, I'm talking about, oh, it feels so nice outside, man. I almost want to go out for a run. I'm like, bro, you are smoking crack.
No, seriously, I don't know about going out for a run.
Yeah, this dude, man, he loves it cold, and I'm like, man, if you say something like that again, I'm sending you in for urinalysis.
Well, we've had people move down here into Houston just to get away with all the cold that you guys had up there, and they're like, they never want another cold day. Anytime people in Houston are talking about, oh, we wish the weather would go down into like the 60s or the 70s, they're like, no, I moved down here so that would never happen. So I guess there's the exact opposite, people who love the heat too.
What's going on, ZK?
There's some people that, like, they have arthritis too, and cold weather doesn't really go well.
He says the stream is breaking up for me. Actually, ZK, if you want, man, I could throw you into the call. Actually, he did hit me up, so let me throw him into the call here.
You got it?
I pushed the button, but I don't know if it's working.
I'll get him.
Let's see what happens. It could be his connection, maybe?
So I'm wondering. He's saying it's the stream looks choppy for him, but I don't think anybody else is having any issues. Granted, we're about to have a 6th person in this call, so this call might be getting kind of hokey.
I don't know. I think what was the max that we've gotten so far? Like 10, 11?
We've had more. Just, you know, we've always noticed that the more people are in the call, the worse the call gets. But then again, Cypher's not here either, so typically it's his connection. He didn't connect. Yeah, Cypher with his connection, poor dude.
He didn't answer that one, I don't think.
Nah, he didn't. He might be having some issues.
If you can hear us, ZK, which, you know, it's probably sounding like Cypher right now to you, but if you can hear us,
if you can hear us, ZK, come back to us, please.
His internet has been crappy lately.
You hold the other half of our heart.
Oh my goodness.
Don't take it away.
Oh yeah, we're bringing in a red.
A Orc Warrior?
Mm-hmm. We got Space Troops if you want to come out and join us.
Nah, dude, I'm about to roll out here in a minute. It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock.
Going to bed early.
Yeah, I got to, man. I've been having some issues lately with sleeping. I gotta get some checked out. I bet you I have the apnea.
Oh, you think so?
I guarantee it, bro. My wife, there have been nights that she wakes up because the kids are coming in the room, whatever the case is. She's watching me. She says that I'm gasping sometimes, or just, you know, it looks like I'm not breathing. And I'm like, are you waiting for the insurance to kick in, or what?
Right. Yeah, it can be pretty dangerous, man. So yeah, take care of that.
Oh yeah, I gotta get it checked out. I guarantee you I have it, man. More than likely I do.
They make some machines that you can use, although I hear they're
CPAP.
not exactly the most comfortable things in the world, but I think you get used to it after a while.
They make different masks. They make some way smaller masks than the old school fighter pilot masks.
Yeah, those are the ones that I've seen, is the big ones.
My brother, the first one he had was one of those big ones, and every morning he woke up with it. It looked like somebody just sat on his face with that thing. I mean, the lines in his face, it would take hours for them to go away.
I bet.
I'm like, you don't feel stupid walking around like that? At least I'm breathing. I'm like, all right, dude. They came out with the smaller ones that just go around your nose. And he bought that one. It's a whole lot better.
I had to use a nebulizer when I was in the hospital with pneumonia. And that thing, it would go from my mouth to over my nose, and the top part would cut right to my eyebrow.
Yeah, it gets into your brow line right there in the center, and it starts digging in there. One size fits all.
Yeah.
You could put a freaking Saint Bernard in that thing, it'd be fine.
May not be comfortable, but it will work.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, those things are huge, and they dig in so much because it's not a custom fit, obviously.
And most people move around quite a bit when they sleep. I tend to stay like completely and totally still just because of my my heartburn. But they say get that stuff documented. It can be 100% disability.
It's not a Hondo. Not sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is not 100%. You got to have some other things going on too. But sleep apnea, as of right now, anyways, it's 9 times out of 10 going to be a guaranteed 50%. Which there's thresholds. 30% is the first threshold you hit. At 30%, you qualify for certain jobs. You get looked at first. Like if you're 30% disability, and somebody's 10% disability through the VA, and you guys have the same qualifications, you're going to get hired before that other guy does because you're at 30%. You get priority. After that is 50%, which then you get a separate check from the VA, and that check from the VA is tax-free. And anything above that pretty much is golden.
No, he's saying he's a member of the VA, so...
Yeah. I got a couple of friends, actually. One guy's a retired major, his wife is a retired captain, and they worked for the VA for a little while. And I know as soon as I'm ready to get out, they're getting all my paperwork first.
Well, don't wait too long. My brother went through the VA to get his disability and stuff, and it took about a year. They kept him in there a little bit longer than he had planned, so...
Well, your brother had stuff going on, though, right? Which is why he had to wait a little longer.
Yeah, he was going for 100% disability on his, and I think they were challenging him on some other stuff, and he was like, oh, you check the medical records, they're all there.
And yeah, it's just... the main thing is, what they tell you all the time is, as far as any ailments that you have, is constant and consistent.
Yeah.
Like, you got to make sure you're going and seeking at least medical attention for any issues you have, so...
Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.